weird.
Good. I only got like 800 tabs open, so.
And Eric.
What are you? What are you, Sarah? Leon, I can't hear you. Yeah, I can't hear you at all, Leon.
Is Leon speaking?
He is, but I can't hear him. Hang on.
So why are you saying no? It's right there.
There we go.
No, right there.
Well, still can't hear Leon.
Yeah, he's having some type of issue.
Does he know he's having an issue? Can he hear us?
Probably. Yeah,
Okay, there he goes. Some indication that you can hear us.
Well, I'll be able to go ahead and turn up the volume this time since it won't be as loud. Leon!
That's a definition that I need to turn my volume down.
Yeah, I can't hear you, man. I know.
Dude, I almost forgot there was a meeting today.
I've just been super out of it. I did read a little bit into the one book I was telling you about there.
Yeah, that's why, I mean, electronics was going to be my first book suggestion, but I changed it, so I picked out a book. I feel iffy about the subject. It's not that I don't like it, it just seems too early to read about it.
I'm going to scroll up a little bit, because I did post it in here somewhere.
What the fuck is going on with this right now?
Can I search this? I can search this. Here we go. I'm going to post the ones that I found. Just the titles. I know I posted them in the thread, but... So yeah, I was reading the Complete Electronics Self-Teaching Guide with projects. I really didn't get around to the Linux one, but I think that'll be a good one since it's one of those all-in-one dummies anyway. The Self-Electronics Teaching Guides are really nice because the first chapter is almost as though you're doing like a pre-test for electronics and electrician work.
I have that.
Yep, I can hear you now.
My headphone apparently doesn't like standby.
Ow.
All right. So real quick before we start anything, Josh Johnston, he wants to do this, but Mondays are not good for him at all because football.
What about football?
That's it. It's football.
There's nobody good.
I told him.
Right
Listen, hush for a minute. And I told him that I would talk to you guys. I don't give a fuck if he doesn't want to do it or whatever. Are we recording?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna
either way.
Anyway, don't
like,
worry
I'm not saying I don't want him to do it. I'm just saying if we're going to concede to him, that's fine. But it's up to you guys. I told him it's up to all of us. We decided on Monday because it worked best for all of us. So,
I think it was mainly for Eli, which has never shown up yet. So.
Right, Eli hasn't shown up, so we can pretty much go ahead and change it on a dime as long as everyone is in agreement with it.
That's what I told him. I actually asked him just now. Oh man.
Honestly, I don't see how he couldn't watch it and.
That's the same thing. I've got my fucking TV on, so.
Yeah, like I can put the Chiefs game on my phone while you guys are talking. I mean, the most I need to do is see a play. Half of the other damn part of the game is commercials.
Well, my thought process was it's not that big of a deal if he can't attend the meetings. But I also don't want to deliberately exclude him if he wants to join. That's the reason why.
No, I don't want to deliberately exclude him either. But I think he should, because we're all taking an hour of our day, and that's the thing. So if you guys are cool with moving the day, maybe we can start after this one. I'm going to tell him he needs to actually jump in this meeting just to put his face in.
And worst case scenario, even if it was like, look, it's just not going to work, he can still reference these all on YouTube. So,
Yep. I posted a link in the thing. It's the self-solving maze robot thing.
Yep, I saw that.
It's a basis for the grocery cart idea I have.
All
So I'm
right.
going to look a little bit more into that here when I get the chance. I read like halfway through the article. It's basically a sensor that follows a certain shade of black tape.
It's a dinosaur.
Yeah. I mean, same concept, except mine would be using
Shopping
electronic
carts.
or yes, but I'd also be using a type of tape that would have magnets in it or something along that line.
You know, one additional thing we probably ought to do, we need to figure out how much a shopping cart weighs and approximately how much force
About
is
11.5
necessary.
pounds.
Well, I need to know how much force is necessary to kind of like propel it forward too, and make
A
it
small
turn
child.
And... Okay, Matt.
We just introduced child labor, and bam, my idea's solved.
Dude, if we could introduce child labor, a lot of problems would be solved right about now.
Anyways, back on. We're waiting on Josh at this point, right? For at
Are
least
we?
for a minute or so.
At least find out what the fuck he's doing.
Okay.
So,
I guess but I posted that up. I have that saved. I also have all of the instructions for that saved already in my G Drive.
Leon,
Or not my G Drive, sorry, my Google Drive.
did you see the books that I went ahead and posted? They're the ones that I'm trying to read.
Yes.
I did not. I'm waiting for his daughter to come by.
I know.
She's coloring, so I don't
Oh.
think I'll get
shit.
that opportunity.
So I started reading the Complete Electronic Self-Teaching Guide with Projects. The first
Yeah.
chapter is more or less just pre-testing for like if you were going for electricianing or whatever. So it has a lot of like, how would you find the volt? You know, the electricity, or yeah, you know what I mean. V equals IR. That's what I remember. How would you find this? How would you find
It's
this?
doing the Ohm's law and whatnot, right?
Mhm.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, and I think I've kind of memorized to a degree anyway how you're supposed to read the resistors.
Yeah, it's oh shit. There's an old saying that you follow with it.
Well, I
It's Roy
noticed.
G. Biv.
Well, I noticed it was black, brown, and then literally the colors of the rainbow.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's like, oh, okay, cool. Because I thought it was just random for some reason. Then I started looking at it, I'm like, oh no, wait, there is a pattern here. Okay.
Yeah, there is. And each one, most resistors have
Resistors,
either
gotcha.
4 or 5 rings. The 5 ones has a tolerance ring on it.
Yep.
I think it's only between 4 and 5, if I remember correctly.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, I haven't heard Darnell say anything.
I think he's just looking up things on the side, kind of waiting.
Yeah, I was just waiting for the meeting to actually start.
Yep. Sorry, guys.
Oh no, you guys are good. No, it's fine.
Besides that, really the only additional thing that I have to bring is
Oh,
I did download the crap out of all that stuff and send it on over to you, and I put everything else up on the server that wouldn't email. So
if everybody wants to,
yeah. I haven't had a chance to even look at it. Actually, while I'm sitting here, I might as well pull it up and see.
if everybody wants to
any-
post the book that they pick in the chat, that would be something we could do while we wait.
I'm doing that right now.
I chose this one.
hey, we want to jump right into Cisco networking?
I mean, considering Leon has that server built and everything at the moment, knowing how to network with it could help.
I think that's a little. I think we need to go a little more rudimentary. Just for the fact.
The book is elementary about how networking works.
Well, I was even going to say if we're going to do networking, we probably ought to go ahead and I think there's only one book on it. We probably ought to focus on the MQTT because we were trying to do that anyway so that we didn't have to use the IFTTT anymore.
Right. And
sure.
also, I do have a mosquito set up on here. I just haven't I don't have it fully running yet. So whenever we decide to start doing anything, I just have to like activate it or whatever.
Oh, if you guys prefer more of a hands-on learning, there's also some Python courses, free Python courses on Codecademy as well.
Nice. Yeah, I've actually got a master class that I've got on Udemy. Actually, I have 2 master classes on Udemy that that I've got signed up for. I haven't taken the time to look at them, but
I just like Codecademy because it's like it'll actually say, okay, well here's some of the code. How would you go ahead and make it do this? And then
Right,
it'll give you information like, here's what this different function can do. Here's an example of it. Okay, use it in this. Then you actually like sit down and like program it and see, okay, do I need to debug this? Is it not quite what I wanted? The only thing that kind of sucks about Codecademy, there have been a number of times where I'll actually do it correctly, but
yeah.
it doesn't count it because it's not 100% what it wanted. And it was like, but still.
Right.
Let's see. Were you able to find any books that piqued your interest there, Leon?
Yeah, I've got. You gotta give me a second. I gotta pull them up. I forgot to label them because I'm actually using them at the moment. So.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So, hold on a minute. Pull it up. So I'm actually going more into using SQL
Okay.
because of what I do for work. So I'm picking the Learning PHP, MySQL, and JavaScript PDF.
Okay.
So this one here, give me a second, let me pull it up.
I'm
just
never
gonna put
worked
the
with
link.
PHP, but SQL and
So
JavaScript.
PHP, you've never worked with PHP?
No,
Really?
dude, literally, they never taught that while I was in school.
So do you ever remember WinMX? Okay, well that sucks. So like LimeWire, WinMX, all those kind of like Pirate Bay, they're all PHP style setups.
Okay.
So it's all just database is all it is. It's just learning how to use the CMS to access your data and all that. So it's good for mainly for websites is what they like you and file sharing. So
Okay.
give me a second. Let me put the same thing up here. Where in the hell's the chat? I forgot. Oh, it's at the top.
Yeah.
That's so long since I used this one. That's the one I'm picking.
Well, it actually.
And then Darnell's got Python. Say, I was thinking of Python too, Darnell. That's pretty much in role in what we all want to do. I think that should be. Personally, I think that's one of the things we should be looking into, and maybe one other book. I'm down for either the networking or the electronics, though.
Well, I know Matt's probably good to go on electronics. Mostly this was just to help me kind of catch up with stuff, because there's a lot of stuff where, like, I can read the diagram and I can put it together, but don't ask me to do it from scratch. Like, I'm still not super confident in that.
But like I said, I still think we all need to be on the same page. So I think, regardless.
Mine might be like throw mine out the door. Like it was more for something I didn't know.
Yeah.
But I can follow that later.
What about?
Oh no, just some of the I thought it was going to cover more than what I thought it was.
Okay.
But like literally like the 2 subjects in it that I don't know, I could just read those chapters on my own and call it a day.
Right. Give me 1 second, Lee. I'm going to try to actually give him a call and make him get on. And if he's not, then I'm just going to tell him. Then we're not going to decide anything. Give me a minute.
I mean, I don't. You're good. To say he's a Steelers fan. Why is he watching the Chiefs and the Ravens?
All right. That's my point.
I guess the introduction to programming for Python wouldn't be too bad of a read.
You know what?
Hmm.
I wonder, that SparkFun book we have, is it also available online?
A version of it is.
Okay.
I do know. Honestly, we hit every part of that, but the robot.
Yeah. But
And that was because we couldn't figure out how the PWM worked.
Yeah. Yeah, it was mostly that. I was thinking because
Well, it didn't help that it didn't even give us the basics of like how PWM even works. It's just like slap it here and pray, buddy.
well, I think that's because they were trying to make it a little more advanced, kind of with the way they did the Simon game, where it was like, you already understand how a Simon game works, so do this, and it's like, okay.
I mean, the major problem was like it never told us how to make the motor work properly in general.
Yeah. Well, Darnell killed his camera.
Nah, it's okay.
You know, he's hiding his camera from something.
Yeah, I just covered it.
Oh. It's
Why,
'cause
you
he's not
scared that
wearing
we're going to
pants.
see something?
You were going to see my ass wrapped in my underwear.
Yep, that's what I thought.
Nice. Okay, fair enough.
And that's why he's
I thought
wearing
it
his
was
AARP shirt.
Oh my god.
For my chase days, you bitch.
No, I know.
I get you.
I remember your chase day. Yeah, like I remember you telling me about your chase days.
So I think I have 2 people who are looking to join our group. I'm going to be talking to them later this week just to see how much of an interest is there.
Okay.
But are we ready to start the meeting, or what's happening?
Yeah,
Yeah,
technically,
let's just start. I told
doing it.
him he's got until 9:15 to jump on.
All right, let's move on.
9:15.
Yep.
So let's talk about what did we accomplish this week that we set out that we said we were going to accomplish during our last meeting. Who's
Okay.
first?
So I'll jump real quick. I
Okay.
know that 2 people didn't send me anything about their information.
Oh,
What are you
fuck.
talking about?
Yeah, me. I'm one.
Yep. And I'm looking at the other one right
Is it
now.
me?
Yes, I'm looking right at you because Eric sent me some stuff. So
I wanted to
I'm
send
trying
it
to
because
remember
I knew
what-
I would forget.
yeah, remember? Because we both razzed him for doing it. So neither of you did it. So either way, not a big deal. Just get the stuff to me so I can go ahead and get everything done. Because I'm also using that information on the server too,
Mhm.
to kind of fill in you guys' information. So other than
What is it,
that,
just name and phone number? Is that it?
well, name, phone number, skill set.
Oh, skill set. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Yes, you do. So what?
Electronics.
I don't want you to give me a
Soldering.
fucking resume. I just want to know what you're comfortable doing. Simple
Yeah,
as that.
shit.
That way, whenever we start
Resume.
doing stuff, huh?
Nothing.
Yes, do a resume. We should make everybody do a fucking IoT resume.
We all
That'd be
need to
something good to
we all
do.
need to have some LinkedIn's going, definitely.
I agree. I've got my LinkedIn on. I just have to get it all updated.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's what I did. I did start pulling out some other stuff. I actually got some. I've got like five more Raspberry Pis I'm going to work with. I'm going to actually. I think I'm going to get with Darnell and start working with this Pi cluster because I've never done it before. I want to see what steps we need to do to get that to work. What do you think?
I do not know how to make it work yet because every time I got started, I had to start all over.
Okay,
And
so
it's
I
one thing
got
with
I got a good deal on 5 Pi 3s, just regular Pi 3s. So it'll still work the same way. Just obviously, you got the Pi 4s, I think, right?
Yeah, I've got one that's being used. Well, one that's being used for what I was supposed to work on this week, and 3 that are not being used right now. So
Okay. Which a Pi cluster is just 2 or more. So whatever.
I know.
So I'm going to start on it. I was figure I was going to do 2 or 3. Probably just do 2 to start out with, just to see about how to get them to communicate properly. And then that's what I'm going to start on. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take that, hook it up to a 2 terabyte hard drive, and I'm actually going to use it as a secondary server here.
No more.
So and
cool.
attach.
Okay, then
and
I don't have to.
Right. Well, see, if you guys remember back whenever we were all at Dish, me and Eli were talking about doing a clone server. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so one person, like there'd be one location where this server is the main server, but on somebody else's location, there's going to be a separate server. It basically mimics the exact same thing of what this one is. So if this one goes down, we don't lose all the information.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the idea, and that's what I want to try to get us to. I've got that server case, and I've been looking for some cheap actual server front heads. So I might be able to get like a full-on server, like headless server setup. is what I'm looking at. So, I mean, how do you guys feel about that? Like, I'm talking about we might be able to get some, like, I don't know what the fuck it is over a terabyte, but, you know, like
Petabyte.
What's that?
Petabyte.
Yeah, metabytes and, like, up there, because I found some servers up there in Canada I can get for about $100 a piece. And just get the hard drives, and we have to set them up in, like, a SCSI or a SCUD or a RAID, I think. I can't remember which one it fucking is.
RAID.
But, yeah, is it RAID?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's why I want to set it up and actually have a full-on server going on to where we don't have to worry about running out of space on this shit.
Yeah.
And we can start hosting like actual proper servers. Like if we want to do a game server or something, we can do it through our server line like we need to. So that's what I've got going on. Not much. I've actually been super busy with work. I'm actually going to be heading to Pittsburgh Monday to go do some shit. So
nice.
Yeah, not really. It's 3 hours drive for like an hour worth of work.
My visit to Pittsburgh, even though it was literally just for a tech ride along, was amazing. It's the first time I've ever been there, so it was great.
Really, be about my 6th. I'm not a big fan of the drive. It's a 3-hour drive there. So, yes, traffic. You get stuck on the fucking Fort Myer Bridge or tunnel, and that shit sucks, especially in traffic hour. But, yeah. So that's what I got going on. Not really much. Obviously, I reached out to Josh. It is what it is. He is now a user on the server as well. So I got his profile set up. I actually said I was a little bit late. That was my fault. I actually just got it set up today. But if you guys share files, make sure you share him on them, so that way he has access to them as well.
Username or by just name?
So either one. So his username is his email, and then his display name is Josh Johnston. So just like how I did with you guys. So yeah, well. I just defaulted him with everything, and I'm going to start whenever I start making new people. Whoever, do one of you guys want to be a secondary admin with me?
Let's see.
I mean, I can be. What would I need to do, really?
Just make sure if somebody wants to be added on, if I haven't added them in, make sure they're added in, and then make sure the files are staying structurally fine. Okay. I mean, that's it. I can give you access to the actual server. You'd have to remote into it, but you really don't need to do much on that end. If you want to do like faster uploads, you can access it directly and put it on the computer, and then kind of like scan the files. It's a lot faster on my end, at least, because I'm here locally. So
right, I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to fuck anything up.
Right. But the thing is, I want people to start doing that. I want you to get into it, because if it doesn't get broke, no one's going to know how to fix it anyways.
I know, but it's one of those things where if I break it, that's a lot of recovery that we gotta do. That's really all I'm saying.
Hey, how long? Remember how long I was down last time when it fully went down? I lost a complete hard drive. So the way I've got this set up right now, it's on a live. God damn it. An LMV. It's a living media file or something like that. It's basically all the drives together.
Okay.
They all work as one. When you lose one, you're supposed to be able to swap out a hard drive and just add that new one in. But the problem is when the number one goes out, they all go down.
Yeah, that's how Blade servers are supposed to work. Okay.
Right. What's that?
Blade servers. That's how those are supposed to work, where basically they run on RAID, where if something does go down, there's enough redundancy across the servers that it shouldn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and the problem is when you have a number one, which carries the actual full live LVM or whatever, it's in Ubuntu, it kind of like squashes it. So that's the only bad thing about it. But I had everything backed up, and all I had to do was just reinstall everything. So
that's good.
Yeah, so I was only a 2-day turnaround for that. So and I probably could have done it faster if I didn't drag my ass on it. But anyways, that's enough about me. What about you guys?
Okay, well, first, Leon, I just sent you the information that you asked for the server into the little thread thing. So That's just
Right.
kind of like just general.
I'm going to
Also,
need to make sure that I definitely blur your phone number so that you don't have that out on YouTube.
yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah. So do me I hate to ask you, but just do me a favor and send that to me through email, please.
Sure.
If you-
Well, I'm actually about to send you an email of all the information I pulled from your folders.
Okay.
It actually wasn't a lot of information anyway.
Was that
Okay.
So yeah, I'm about to send that to you anyway. So there you go. What's happening?
So she was over here sucking on her fingers, and then Matt took it out of her mouth. She went,
Okay, so
I'm paying attention. I am paying attention.
So next, I went ahead and I got the.
don't think
I'm
she's
gonna
super
ask you to
amused.
put that down for like 5 seconds, buddy. Focus up. I went ahead and I got the Pi connect. I got the 3D printer connected to the internet so that you guys will be able to access it remotely.
Nice.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and just share the. God damn. Sorry, one of my screens is a little locked up over here. One sec. There we go. Yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm actually, so I don't know if Eric and Matt plan on accessing it remotely for any reason.
Possibly
I don't know how-
eventually. Not right now, though.
Okay. So what I would suggest doing is downloading the Reptier program.
Okay.
Because you can either access it through that program, which gives you more options, or you can access it directly. I'll need to create usernames and passwords for you, but let me just show you what it looks like when you access it directly.
Yeah.
And one sec. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen.
Is it not sharing?
One sec. I'm just looking at what's going on.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So when you guys log in, it'll ask you for a username. Are you guys seeing anything?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you guys sign in, it'll usually just ask for a username and password. And then you'll basically just get this screen. It'll show you the name of the 3D printer.
I'm going to have to remember to blur that as well.
Yeah.
Is that just a basic image or is that a live image?
This is, well, actually, I'll show you the live image in just a second.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Don't mess with that. I don't know what's in there.
This is not true.
All right. And this is a live image of the 3D printer.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Now, when you access it through the actual Reptier program, you'll still have access to the 3D printer camera, like here.
Nice.
All right, and you'll be able to actually slice your actual 3D design. So, as I said, it's better to use it through the actual program, and I'll send you the information you'll need to do that.
Okay. Cool.
Is there a
Okay.
time of day that we should not try to process it? Because, like, if it's in your same room, I don't want to go like, oh man, we really need this, and then try to go ahead and print something at 2 o'clock in the morning and go, Eric, why are you printing this at 2 o'clock in the morning and waking my ass up?
So,
I just want to
stop
make
the
100%
presentation and let
certain.
me give you some ground rules.
Better question. Hey, better answer for you. Is there any way you can design it so that way at certain times it won't accept prints?
Well, actually, I
Here's them.
will. I don't mind any time of day that you guys are doing it. Kind of give me a heads up when you're going to do it. So let's say you say, "Hey, Darnell, later tonight, I'm probably going to do a 3D print." I just want to make sure there are no current prints on it. I plan on leaving it on at all times so that you guys can print whenever you want to. But just give me a heads up. That way, I can make sure I just clean the plate, put down a new slab of glue, and that it just prints. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
that's fine.
I got the perfect print just for Darnell too. So.
Okay, so I'm in the middle of about doing a print, so let's just hold off on that until I tell you I'm done. But
He's
yeah,
gonna print everything you don't want him to print.
Well, yeah, what I want to do right now is just create user IDs and passwords for you guys. Wow. And all right, one sec. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm just gonna create some basic usernames for you. Wow, Jesus Christ.
What?
Someone's daughter is having a good time. Hi.
As soon as you said hi, she didn't even hear you,
and that's exactly what happens whenever I wave at a child. All right, but yeah, so I'll have administrative capabilities on this end, and I'll just create some user profiles for you guys.
Okay.
Okay. Should I just use the same usernames that you guys use in the
that works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the thing. Sorry, one sec. Yeah, in the Discord.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, and I'll just create a basic password that you guys can change later. It'll probably just be like ABC123 or some BS like that.
Or if there's just even like a generic one that we can all share, that would be just as easy.
Okay, it's going to be up to you. You can just go ahead.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, I mean, do you guys want me to create individual ones for you, or would you rather just share one as guests?
I think individual ones would be better. That way like, okay, let's say there's something that we need for a project, and we got to get it done in a specific order. If it's something that I'm, like, out of nowhere, I'm like, oh, it'd be really cool if we make this. Let's put that over here. Okay. Kind of one of those types of deals. That way we know. Good. Yeah.
Sounds good. Okay, so I'll make individual ones, and I'll send it. I'll probably just send it in like the Discord, the information you need to log in.
Okay. If you do that, probably not in the main Discord. Just knowing. Shoot, how do we want to do this?
Leon, what is happening? Exactly.
Nobody.
Leon. Buddy. Leon.
Like, we have a bunch of people in the Discord now, I'll put it that way.
We do?
Yeah.
Well, we added in my daughter and her friends to play Among Us, and I suspect we're probably going to be kicking them here soon because that was kind of a one-time deal anyway.
Okay, I'll just put it in the. Well, I won't put it in the message.
Well, no, Leon can make a new text one that's specifically for IoT, and we can block access to everybody else.
Like a thread that's just for IoT, so that we could put our actual IoT stuff in there. But
that's what I thought it was originally.
That's. I don't know why you guys getting so salty. Shit.
I wasn't salty, man.
It wasn't salty.
I was mad.
You're getting salty boys. So. Yes, I can do that right now.
All right, cool. So I'll put the necessary information in there and just what program it would be best for you to download so that you can use it most efficiently.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Also, I sent you a side message in Discord, Leon, with my info. Figured it was easier that way than not Darnell, but Eric having to blur more things off YouTube.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Sure.
But I did copy and paste all of Darnell's information down into a place for later.
Okay, so we're doing. I'm also putting a voice channel too for IoT. All right.
Okay. Mostly all I did was I did go over that the maze. What was it? The maze solver robot artificial intelligence thing. I threw that up there. I ran some of the test code on it, and all of it does go to a Pi directly without failure. And when you run like the test, it goes through fine. I don't know how I feel about the code, so I'm going to look that over a little bit more detail-wise when I get the chance. I wanted to at least see that it accepted it and that it tries to run it properly, which it does.
Right.
I don't have any of the stuff that it takes to build it, so I don't.
Hey, so I'm sorry. Let me real quick. You guys know Discord a little bit better than I do. So how do I make this to where it's a restricted channel?
There should just be an option when you go to create the channel. Like once you create the channel.
No, it didn't give me any kind of options. It has permissions. Let's see, manage channel, manage webhooks. You can do webhooks on this?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I didn't know that. Read message, send message, manage messages, embed link.
That makes sense because a lot of people use that for Twitch promotion and stuff too. So
Right.
go ahead and just kind of
Text
hook it in with
channels.
like 5 different things. That'd be nice. Yeah.
There should be a way that you can just manage it, and then you can make it so that way only certain people can see it and chat in it. Also, it should give you the ability to make certain people admins of it with you.
Okay, yeah, I'll figure that all out here in just a little bit whenever I get more time. So that way this isn't taking up anything. So
No worries.
all right, so got that. Voice. Great channel. There we go. So we got that. All right. So what's next, guys?
I'm kind of really, that's all I was able to run through, honestly. Like I said, I just don't have enough supplies to keep trying to get things to go on my end.
What do you need?
Well, considering all I have at my house is a pie with... I'll find out and I'll let you know.
Let me know because I can see what we have in the thing. Plus, also, I've actually bought a lot of electronic stuff this past 2 weeks, so I have some extra stuff we can send over if you need it.
Okay,
I was going to ask you. You said you had an extra camera.
Yeah, that was Cisco.
So, are you needing it still, Darnell, or not?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, we'll figure that out to get that to you sometime.
Okay.
I have an old camera that I can't use for jack shit.
What do you mean you can't use it for jack shit?
Well, the thing is, my laptop has a better camera built into it, and it's not compatible with the Pi, so...
Right there's the parts list, Leon. We have everything on here, except for maybe the line sensors. That might be the only thing we don't have.
Let's see, binder clips, yeah. Wood wheels, well, we can make wood wheels.
I mean, honestly, they don't have to be wood, so...
Yeah. Elastic bands, 3M frame strap. So why are we using metal hydride batteries? Why aren't we using lithium?
I mean, it's nothing specific. It's just what they had for their attachment to make the batteries work properly.
Okay, well, I think we should upgrade that to lithium because those ones aren't going to be as efficient as the lithiums would be. You gotta find. I mean, unless that absolutely has to have those, I think we should figure out a different way, even if it's a different charging span on that.
From what I read, as long as it's 5-volt on each end, it shouldn't matter what the actual
plastic servo. I've got the servo.
Yeah, servos are easy. The Arduino Nano, we have plenty of.
Arduino Nano. We have one Arduino Nano.
Thought we had more than one. Whatever.
No, we only have one of those. The Nanos aren't the same things as the Unos. So I have one Uno here. We have two Unos here.
Correct.
And then we have one Nano, and then we have those ESPs, which is kind of like.
I have a couple of Nanos.
I didn't. I only saw one.
No, I said I think I have a couple of Nanos.
Oh, okay, cool.
No, I was gonna say I remember somewhere one of us ordered a few of them to do something.
Okay, I kind of just did a quick glance through everything, so just to see what all boards and stuff were in there. So I didn't see like there was some other stuff like my keyboard that I had in there. It's not there, and neither is the mouse.
I
remember the one that we
with the keyboard. I think the Bluetooth adapter went missing.
Yeah, it was in my pocket.
Oh, well, I mean, I didn't say where it went missing.
So you guys threw it away?
I don't think it got thrown away per se. I just don't know what happened to it.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly, it would have been in the drawer still, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's weird.
No, what are we talking about?
His wireless keyboard.
Yeah, because I had a wireless keyboard and mouse that we were using with the Pis to begin with.
Yeah.
And they weren't in the boxes. So there's some stuff that I noticed is missing from the boxes. I don't know what all I was gone for almost a year, so the things may not have been there from last time or whatever. So,
well, shoot, I've been gone for about the same time you guys have been. So,
yeah. So, anyways, that's not a big deal. I've got Bluetooth keyboards and mice. I just noticed there were some things that weren't in the thing, and that's I was going to compare it to the actual inventory list that we had, just to find out exactly what all we were missing. Because I know something else that was, I had two of those the Unos. You remember those kits that I got for that IoT day that we had, and we gifted out one?
Yeah.
So we had 3 of those. We only have 1 left.
I think it's because the other one was actually being used on something.
Was it?
Yeah.
Wait, is it on the water feeder?
Yeah.
I don't. It might. I don't know. You guys.
I mean, I can go look at it.
Yeah, it should be on there.
So I mean, to me, I don't care. I'm just saying there's some things that aren't there. So I just wanting to like get a quick reference on them. So
Yeah.
follow me.
Uh,
So are we? Did we decide on what book we're going to do here or not?
Not yet.
Okay, so I think that's something we need to do. I think we need to pick one book, not multiples.
Okay.
just for efficiency wise.
So
You know what I'm saying?
I think the water is actually using a nano.
Let me see. That's not a nano. That's an ESP. Yep, that's an ESP.
I'm pretty sure the actual thing called for a nano, though, because remember, this doesn't have Wi-Fi built on it. We have to use the Bluetooth module to make it work.
Yep,
So I think it's actually a nano.
that's not a nano. I can tell you. Look on the silver plate that's on the middle of the board. It'll say ESP.
No, it says nano. It literally says nano on the board.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm reading it. N-A-N-O. Nano. I'll try to move my... Well, if I try to move my camera, it's not going to work, but...
Yep. That's
a nano.
Because it's a blue board.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. All right.
Yep, so
cool.
I got a nano.
All right.
Not that I plan on using that one, but, you know.
Well, you can. It's just save the code that's on the nano.
Oh, yeah,
actually,
no,
you don't
I mean-
have. You don't have to save the code on the nano. We already have it listed. It's on the on
know.
the server.
I'm going to actually get this thing back up and running and actually have a little miniature garden for the kids in it.
Well, that's cool.
That's nice.
I just gotta.
Yeah.
I keep saying I'm gonna buy the power supply, and I keep forgetting, and then also just realizing like I need to manage money.
Don't worry,
That
Matt.
too.
I'll remind you. Hey, Matt. Make sure you get a power
Yeah.
supply for that nano.
I'm gonna put this back.
Now I don't have to remember.
Right. Man, I just went through my office today and cleaned up.
Mm-hmm.
Like I got shit on my walls. I got me a nice little cork board.
Okay.
Got my cork board going. I'm going to actually build a kind of like a workstation all the way around me, so I can like actually start doing some shit. So, yeah.
Yeah, actually, I ended up setting up I went through some of my old electronics, started setting things up. I created an IoT workspace in the closet for the 3D printer and the server stuff and some screens. And I'll be getting a second desk in here so that I could set up another workstation for soldering and coding.
Wow, you get.
Nice.
Surprisingly, I just remembered something that I did do today that's kind of IoT related, but it's at the same time it's not. So I had 2 broken Xbox One controllers, and my Xbox itself completely, the kernel and everything crashed on it.
Yeah.
I completely tore apart the Xbox, reset it so that way the Bluetooth driver and the actual motherboard were speaking again. Reinstalled the kernel and also reinstalled all the updates on it myself. Had to reflash things, had to use NTN or something like that to flash things correctly to make sure it all went through. Bought the parts to completely take apart both controllers. The actual trigger on this one was completely not working, and it turns out that there's magnets on them that trigger the boards on the other side. So I hammered a magnet, stuck it in there, Gorilla glued it in, and now it works just fine.
Nice.
The other one had a complete analog issue where I tore the analog stick out of a old 360 controller, reinstalled it on the Xbox One controller, and now it works like fine.
That works.
Which is not something you're supposed to be able to do, but I said, fuck it, I'm going to try.
Darnell, are you not in? Oh, yeah, you are. Why in the hell aren't you added in that?
And we can use the joystick the other joystick off that broken Xbox controller for the
Yeah.
pumpkin.
Nice.
It should have the right readouts on it. We might have to rig it around a little bit to make the pegs work, but beyond that, should be easy.
Okay.
But yeah, that was one other thing. Like, literally, I spent like a good 6 hours one day just trying to figure out how to make my Xbox work again because I went to the website and they're like, yeah, we don't warranty your Xbox anymore. And I was like, well, fuck, I ain't waiting a month and a half to buy a brand new system.
Yep.
And hell no, I wasn't going to go out and buy another Xbox One just so that way the Xbox Series X could come out in 2 months.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, let's spend $200 when I could spend, $400 and get a brand
I
new
mean, you could go and get an Xbox One, take the stickers for the serial number off, and throw it on the old one. And
Well, the thing is, they don't service the very original one.
yeah, I got you.
Even if I sent it in, they would just instantly be like, oh, this guy.
Yeah. I mean, order it from Amazon. There's no questions asked. You can send a fucking Zune.
No, I just wanted to figure it out myself because I was so frustrated at that point where I was like, I already sunk 4 hours in this. I'm fixing it.
Yeah, I get you.
Dude, you should have seen like how many like it would be say like it would go to a system update and it'd say updating. It would stop at 85% and just would not move, or would kick out and say, "Oh, something went wrong," and I'd be like, "What's wrong this?"
Right.
And like all these websites were telling me like this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, and literally I left feedback on every website like I figured out what the problem is. It's not that.
Right. All right. So back to IoT.
sorry.
So we got 4 books up there. No, you're good. So we got 4 books up there. We got the Python. We got the SQL, PHP, and whatever else it was. It's like SQL, PHP, and something else. Fuck.
Okay.
Java, and then your electronics one, networking one, and then the electronics one.
Yeah.
So-
So you want to just start easy, pick one, and we all read chapter 1.
That's actually what I just said when you were going.
Okay.
Wait,
So
there's a
pick
Java book
one.
up there?
There's plenty of Java books, dude.
No.
Why do you want-
I'm looking at the list. I'm saying there was somebody put a Java.
Yeah. So my link has it all jump. It has 3 of them jumbled in together because it's all about file sharing and database work is what it is.
Okay.
So
Your link just goes to the file to the book files.
Honestly,
Right.
I mean, I know some of us might have a head start on it, but might be best to go with Eric's suggestion on the complete electronic self-teaching guide. Just that brush up on knowing what like with the resistors and knowing the colors and reading them and all that might be a good just getting back into it.
I'm down for whatever. So you guys make the decision, and we'll do it.
I'm cool with that one. I mean,
You know?
I'm cool with that one, and I'm also cool with the Python basics.
I was about to say I'm cool with that one, but I'm also cool with the Python.
So how about this? Let's do this. Let's go ahead. Since we're only doing a chapter a book, let's do them both. Okay. So we're doing what? You can't handle 2 chapters in a week.
Well, I mean, the thing is, I'm really busy, like after work and shit.
2 chapters a week. You can't read 2 chapters a week.
Well,
Okay, well,
It's like 10 pages, bruh.
So the good news about the electronics book is the first chapter is more or less, hey, this is pre-testing for whatever, and then it's like, question, and here's the answer. Question, here's the answer, and it fields it to you in such a way that it's technically a test, but it immediately gives you the answer, and then it helps you understand this is the reason why, and the whole 9 yards. So it's almost not even like a chapter. It's like whatever.
I'm cool with either one. It's that I'd rather just do one lesson at a time because there's going to be some other lessons I'm going to be doing on my own as well.
So let's just do this. Let's just do the electronics one and just do 2 chapters. Meet next week, talk about it.
That sounds good. Works for me.
Okay, so hold on a minute. Where's your link, Eric?
He didn't put in a link, but you can search the book
Yeah, we
on
can
the
just
track.
search the. Yeah, that works.
I
Yeah,
kind of
'cause
don't want to go ahead and jump back into the chat again because it has Darnell's number in there. So
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
What was the name of the book?
Here, give me a second. I'll throw up the link.
Complete
It's okay.
Electronics.
Boom. Link. You're good.
There you go.
Okay, hold on a minute. Let me pull it up.
Wait, why didn't it take me there? Hold on, it didn't. That link didn't work. 1 second.
I just put up the book title.
Yeah, same
Yeah,
here.
so did I, but here, try this one instead, Leon. Sorry.
What are you over there humming, bro?
Probably some.
The song stuck in my head.
Let's see. Okay, so let me take a look.
Okay, it took me to the book. Your
That
link?
didn't take me to the link.
Yeah,
the
it
hell's
took me
going on?
directly to the book.
Let me
It took
look.
me to a listing of the books, and that was at the top of the list.
I love how it popped up and it showed that. Wait,
Okay,
Hold on a
electronics
second.
self-teaching guide.
yo, Eli.
Okay.
Wait, Eli?
Wait, why aren't you in the IoT meeting? 1 second.
What?
Are you serious? He's on fucking playing Rocket League.
God damn it.
Yeah, he wants to play Rocket League, which I'm game for, but after the meeting.
You could have gone to the goddamn meeting. That would have been
No, not quite yet. We'll get in for the last few minutes.
What the fuck?
What?
Hold on. Hey, Leon, what's your
Yeah.
email?
My email.
Oh,
I got him. I have to
you got
admit
it. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna shut off Discord now, so there's no echo.
Oh, Eli's in.
Howdy.
Hey,
What, bitch?
I couldn't get in. It wouldn't let me in.
Well,
Uh-huh.
it's because I had to give you permission to get in.
Nice.
Yeah. So why haven't you been here for the past 5 weeks?
We haven't been doing this for 5 weeks.
Yes, we
it's been
have.
3.
It's been 3.
Okay, well, I'm here, and I'm queer, and I'm ready to get the freaky shit to hear.
Okay. So Eli, hi.
Well, we can let Eli know this. On Eric's YouTube channel, he has a a series going of all of our meetings so far. If you
Yep.
want to catch up.
Nice.
Playlist. And I keep the closed captioning on so it's a little bit easier to... That way I don't have to... Whatever.
So there's that.
Yep.
We are now discussing and picking out a book to read. We're going to do 2 chapters of some type of electronic book on the server. We decided to pick the one that's going to be about basic electronic knowledge, I believe.
Yep.
Yes.
Should be an easy read and something for us to compare and contrast what we learned from it.
That sounds amazing. What book are we looking at?
So it's complete electronics self-teaching guide with projects.
Yep.
Sounds pretty self-sufficient.
So that means next week on the next meeting you have to have 2 chapters read.
Are we divvying it out, or just whatever you want to do?
It's just
No,
2
we're
chapters.
doing 2 chapters.
We're all going
to discuss it. That's kind of like a book club, bro.
The
That's what we're
first
doing.
chapter will be pretty easy,
So-
too, because it's mostly just a pretest.
Yep. And then I think what we should do is, as we're doing it, since you already read it, Mr. Eric, I
Not
think what we
entirely.
should do is does this thing, because I haven't even looked at it yet. Why is it trying to? Oh my God, it's trying to print. Fuck,
Oh.
I'm not printing it.
I'll put it this way. My plan is to read the 2 chapters, try to find something I don't already know, and relay it to you guys.
So I think what we should do is this, honestly and truthfully. If you guys are willing to do it, next week I'll have a test.
Okay.
I know that sounds silly or whatever, but
that's
based off the 2 chapters, I will do like a 10-question test that we can all work with, and go from there. What do you think?
That sounds fine.
And then that way we can gauge where each of us are actually at in the chapters. If we're having a discussion, because it looks like the first chapter covers Ohm's law, resistors in parallel and series, power, small currents, graphing, resistance, voltage dividing, current dividing, switches, capacitors. So this is like literally stuff we should already know right here. And because we dealt with that with everything that we did there. Then we're talking about Zener diodes in the next one. actual different diode breakdowns, which that also means LEDs and all that stuff. And there is a self-test in each one of these.
Yep.
Nice. Okay, so that's what we'll do. That's what we need to base it off of then. Yeah. Okay. So there's a test. So I say we all do the homework. Simple as that. And then what I'll do is for the end of the book, Wheels, how many chapters are there? Looks like 10.
Looks like 12 chapters in total.
So it's going to take us 6 weeks. You guys able to commit to that?
That's not that bad.
Sure.
Okay.
That sounds fun.
So 6 weeks. Then what I'm going to do, because I actually do have a couple electricians tests, I'm going to actually put together an electronics test that's going to test us all.
Stay down.
Okay.
Okay.
So and that's a final, and then we'll go from there, and then we'll decide on where we want to go after that. I think that would be a good gauge of what we're doing here.
Elijah, aren't you happy you made it just in time for homework?
I am. Just like all times.
Okay. So also, guys, just stating here, there's also some other books that they reference in here, as well as magazines, and
it probably has the links.
it looks like they even give you places to get where they get their electronic, which if you guys actually want to do any of the projects in here, if we don't already have what we need, get with me and I will figure out what we can get off of Amazon, because I can pretty much get everything off of Amazon for this. And if you guys actually want to do this, I don't know if there are any projects in the first 2 chapters. Do you know, Eric?
I don't think so. The first chapter looks like it's mostly pre-testing to get you up to speed as far as electrician work.
Okay.
Basic electrician. That way, you understand the basic fundamentals of electronics going into it. And I haven't even touched on chapter 2 yet.
Okay, so I'm looking through really quick just to see if I can pick out the projects. It doesn't look like I can actually pick them out. That sucks.
It is.
So I'll skim it.
In the appendix, I'm not sure.
Yeah, so there's going to be some stuff that we won't even really be able to touch, because like the oscilloscopes and stuff is I don't know if you guys have ever used an oscilloscope.
No.
That's not something you can just get. Those things are actually fucking quite expensive. So we might actually we can do for like the understanding of how to use it, but other than actually using it, I don't know if we can do that.
Okay.
Level DC, smoothing out. Yeah, I'm just trying to see if there's anything obvious for the project. So I'm just I'll skim it, and what I'll do is hopefully maybe I'll take time and get it done by tomorrow. And if there's any projects or what we need, I'll send it out for you. Okay.
Okay.
Does everybody have a multimeter by chance?
I can probably get one, but I don't have one currently.
Okay, so I've got like 4. That's what I'm saying. So there are actual electronics projects on this, and they do require breadboards and stuff. So we might be able to just do it like that. So it might just be coming off the breadboard and figure out what each thing's doing and for the current. So if we have to, we'll meet up with somewhere, and I'll drop everything else to you guys. Fair enough.
Or just meet up somewhere and do it together. Whatever.
We can do that too. Hey, I've already invited all you guys over to my house at some point in time, so just whatever.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I do have a shed that I'm getting ready to start building. Remember?
Yep.
No, you get rid of your she shed.
Bro, this ain't gonna be no fucking she shed. Let me tell you something. There's gonna be a wood workshop.
Okay, buddy. It's okay.
I'm gonna have a wood workshop. I'm gonna have a small corner for my electronics shop. And then I'm going to have my forge. And I'm going to make some knives to cut people.
Oh, wow, a forge. Nice.
Yes, a forge.
It's not your standard she shed.
That right there? They ain't standard guns either, baby. Yeah, so, Eli, so right now, this is how it's going to go. So we're trying to do it every Monday from 8 to 9, period.
Yep.
You're off on Monday, right? If I remember right.
I am. Yeah, the wife and kid just left for a couple of days, so I am free to do all kinds of shit for us.
Good.
Wait.
Oh, and
Are you drinking tonight?
Should I be?
Hawaiian
Because I have this
Papa?
large bottle of wine I just got.
Bruh, this is my favorite Tahitian treat, and this is my other
Yeah,
favorite.
that's not bad.
Not a big vodka
Vodka.
person.
Like, Leon, are you wanting to play something tonight?
I don't know. Probably not, but I am going to drink real quick.
Okay.
Real quick, let me just get smashed so that I can not hang out with you other smashed folks.
Well, I didn't say I wasn't going to play. But
What are you talking about?
Smashed.
So, anyways, yeah, there you go. So,
I gotta
anyways,
catch up.
so here's the thing. Hush for a minute. Why is your camera not on?
I just don't have it hooked up, but I can do that if need
You
be.
should. I want to see your beautiful locks.
Well, there is 2
What?
minutes. I think Leon's trying.
His locks.
Oh my god.
Darnell, are you cashing out?
The
on
hell did you
something?
think?
Bro,
I
you
said
didn't
cocks?
know? I got dreadlocks. You didn't know I did it?
No.
Did not know that.
No. And it's okay. I don't need to see it.
Darnell might get
Man, I was gonna ask for your input, how I could make them better.
Oh, not having them.
You're right.
Honestly,
I don't understand. I thought dreadlocks were cool.
the process of
Listen,
even getting locked,
listen,
dude, is gross.
Spencer from Bryonic Commando. Not a good look.
All
Not a
right.
good look.
So, anyways, back to IoT, guys. Back to IoT. Just try to fill Eli in real quick. So, Joshua Johnston is wanting to be part of IoT.
Yep.
Have we still not settled that?
No, we have. But the thing is he wants to move our meeting day because sports
Monday's
are more
football.
important, apparently. So, and I've told him that we'll work with it. The issue is we were going to move it on a dime because you haven't showed up for X amount of days. And we weren't trying to be mean, but we want to make it coinciding so everybody has a chance. So, are you willing to move the day of IoT off of Monday, or it'd have to be off of Monday and Sunday apparently?
Well, what the fuck?
Right.
I mean, Tuesday would probably be.
Well, but that's the problem. Those are Eli's days off, and he works late.
I work until 8, so I mean, if you guys are okay, I mean, well, it's hard. Like, I'm gonna sit with a baby in my lap the entire time.
That's
I
fine.
mean,
If you
you
guys-
see my
if you
kids
guys are
bugging me
okay
the whole
with it.
entire
We don't care about the babies, and that's not a thing. What we want to do is we want to make sure everybody can get involved. If not, that's fine, and we'll have to tell Johnston that this coincided for all of us because we are the majority of the rules, and we are the council, right? That's what we decided already. So what we say goes. So if we want it Monday or Sunday or Tuesday, that's how it goes. So I need a consensus. So if not, if anything else, if he can't make it work, I'm going to go and repo his IoT stuff.
I mean, sounds like it's very much of a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. There's no good answer.
Leave
Also,
it. Let's leave it.
Actually,
let's-
there is. Well, go ahead.
I was gonna say leave it Mondays and just say, hey, when football's over, I guess you can join. But if it comes back up and we're doing something, you're out.
Well, and on top of that, we're the core members, so literally what we say goes. And on top of that, worst case scenario, he wants to be involved. He can't make Mondays. Okay, you can check out the minutes on the YouTube video. You can provide.
I agree.
feedback.
Well, I agree absolutely. So that is he can still join our meetings regardless, right? He doesn't have a say right now in the thing. He can give feedback after, and we can all discuss it in the next meeting, if anything else.
Mhm.
So that being said, Josh, if you're watching this at this moment, that's how your feedback would be. If you can't be in the live meetings, you can be offset by a week. So if you have something you want to input, do it in the comments or email one of us.
And yeah, we can tackle comments and everything.
Yeah, definitely email Leon.
Yeah, well, email me. That's fine. So I'll be the liaison for anybody that wants to join and doesn't do it. And I'm serious
Yep.
about that. So
Well,
I want any. What, go
Darnell's
ahead.
got 2 prospects he was talking about.
That's
Yeah.
right,
So
that's
how
right.
did that go? So what are we doing and who are they?
Okay, well, actually, I'm going to talk to them a little more first
Yes.
Okay.
before I start bringing up names.
Oh, no worries.
Is it somebody we know?
Yeah, actually, yeah, there are 2 people who worked at Dish.
Okay.
Or what happened to Elijah?
I think he's I don't know.
Oh, no, they're two people who worked it. But yeah, I just want to, because they both seemed like they were interested in IoT when it was in the building, and I still keep in contact with them.
Okay.
And I told them that I was doing an IoT thing with you guys, and they were like, well, I have always wanted to learn more about electronics and coding. They were like, I don't know if that's something you guys still do. They kind of just said it in passing, so I didn't really address it at the time. So
Okay.
I'm just going to dig in with them probably like this week. I was just too busy this weekend.
So this is the thing. Do me a favor, find out who they are.
There we go.
Give me the information if they want to.
Of course.
So they can see what. Well, what I'm saying is, if they want to see what we have, tell them I can create them a temporary account on our server. That way they can see the reference books that we have.
Actually, I thought they could probably like attend or review one or more of our meetings to see if that's something that they actually want to be a part of. So yeah, I mean, I kind of have a game plan.
What's up, sexy?
Howdy.
Hey, you. Buddy.
Me and Darnell can't have lovey time unless it goes both ways, so I had to get on.
Hey, I'm turning off the camera.
Oh.
I got the 3D printer connected to the internet, so everybody.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Nice.
You can rewatch the video and find out more about how that works.
Absolutely. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Okay.
Oh God, yeah.
Like, share, subscribe, follow. Give me money.
That's right. So, anyways, yeah, Eli, that's the thing. You are still set up on the server. Just to let you know. I think you have a default password right now, and which is so. I'll just,
Can?
yeah. Actually, I think it is Pop Can. No, I didn't think about it. I'll have to look. Anyways, so yeah, you have a default password. You have access to all of our stuff, and then I can't remember what else.
If anyone needs a dip, they can. We're past the limit as it is.
I'm good for now.
Okay.
I am too. So we're chatting. You just now got Eli here. You want us to leave, and we just now got
Thank you.
Eli.
I was only saying it because I know, like, every time I see Darnell and it's past the time frame, he's always like,
No, yesterday, last week, I really did. I had a lot to get done.
Was that
See that, baby?
But I'm good. I got all the shit I need to do this weekend done.
cool.
See that?
But yeah, like I said,
Drinking.
I will jump into Rocket League with you right after we're done with this.
Right there. You know who that is, don't you?
John
Jack
Wayne?
Morgan.
That's the fucking 49er, baby.
Logo. Yeah, I know.
Damn right.
The
That was
original
Captain
logo.
Jack Sparrow.
I thought it was Paul
It's Captain.
So Eli, we've covered a lot of stuff over the past 3 weeks. Really, I've got. Let me. You guys care if I should go ahead and show him the Gantt real quick?
Sure.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay,
The
so
GIMP.
I've
Someone's gonna show me the GIMP.
Gantt. So you know what a Gantt chart is.
Yes.
You know what a Gantt. Okay, so you remember that me and you had one set up way back when?
Eric.
Yeah.
Okay,
Eric,
so
stop recording.
Oh, you sure?
Yes.
Yeah, at this point we're good.
Stop.
yeah, we're just doing a quick review.